Hey guys, it's Jeremy, head coach at Content Mavericks, and I want to talk to you about the Meta advertising platform's newest update, Andromeda, and what it means for current advertisers or if you're considering advertising to get leads and customers on their platform. Okay, so the biggest thing to take away from this newest update is it's all about creative diversification. All right, so I've taken basically what Meta has put out there on their site and summarized it for you here with a couple bullet points. And the biggest things to know are that creative matters more than ever. Okay, with this new update, the ads that stand out are the ones that have the most interesting, but also the most varied creative ideas. Okay, so targeting is not as relevant now because the creative and the diversification of that creative is doing the targeting for you. So, what that means is more creative gives you more chances to win with your advertising, more opportunities to get leads and customers. So, as they're telling you here, the more versions of the ad that you make, different images, words, styles, the better the Meta platform can learn what people like, and then they can show them the best ad that aligns with what they're looking for. Also, interesting one here is that through Meta's AI, through this update, they can find you new potential opportunities through creativity that didn't exist. So instead of guessing who might like your product, right, through targeting and the way that we used to do things, the creative variety that you give the platform allows them to discover new audiences that you might not have reached before. So before we're trying to target different interests and things like that to try and find those pockets of people. Now the creative will do that for you. And finally, great creative fuels better results. What they're essentially telling you is that they're going to reward you for this creative diversification. So they're going to reward brands that test bold, different ad ideas because better creative helps their AI perform better too. And we always want to kind of give Facebook and the Meta platform as a whole what they want. Okay, so for me, coming from 15 years, over 8 figures of spend on the platform, this is a pretty interesting update because we've gone through the updates where we went with very specific targeting and then broad targeting. We went through lookalike audiences. We went through campaign budget optimization, bid caps, all that. There's been a lot of updates, but this one, because it's based strictly on creative, is super important because it's taking away the targeting aspect as being the most important thing. All right, so let me tell you what this means and what we're doing here at Content Mavericks. So we have what we call our 3 daily multipliers. And this is what we do with our highest value clients. It's every day we're sending traffic to an invisible sales letter, that one piece of content that pre educates, pre qualifies, builds trust, authority, and gets people to become leads and customers in the fastest amount of time possible. But what we're doing for our VIP customers is we're testing one new hook every day. So one new creative copy headline, one fresh angle every day, because this aligns with what the Meta platform wants. And this allows us to find the segments, the pockets of people in that broader audience to take action on what we're doing. We don't know what hook, what creative is going to resonate, but we do know if we test 30 a month, one a day, that we're going to find the ones that work and we're going to shut off the ones that don't. And this is just a small sample of some of the results we're seeing as we do this across the board for our clients. Day 12, 16 leads and counting. Joseph, results update, 16 meetings booked at 42 per meeting. These are actually old screenshots. Joseph's over 100 meetings booked now. Kevin's over 100 plus, maybe 150 leads now. Lars sells high-end art. Using his ISL, he went from 1 in 4,000 visitors taking action on his site to now about 3 in 100, 2.5% taking action on his site. And this is through the variety of creatives and then sending that creative to the ISL. And then we have one here from a client who just closed his first deal for 2K a month on a 3-month minimum contract using diversified creative to his ISL. So this is what we're doing for our clients across the board. This is just a few samples that I wanted to show you. But if you are actively trying to bring in leads and customers and you're trying to do it fast through advertising through the Meta platform, that creative diversification is so important. So you need to be not only testing or not only using a mechanism, whether it's an ISL or whatever, to get people to take action, but the creative going to that mechanism needs to be diversified. Okay. So that's the big takeaway from this video. Hope you found it useful. Talk to you soon.